What's up, everybody? It's your boy Klusk here, Klusk Customs. We're going to be doing a little video today on putting Raptor style grill lights in pretty much anything. So what I did is I hopped on Amazon and sorry about that, ordered up some of these Bad Betties right here. Very simple, positive, negative. What I did is I daisy chained pods of 3 together to one so I could run them across, because I was gonna go 2, 2, and 2 to right there, 2 in the middle, and then 2 on the other side. But as you can see, where the A is, right above that, where they're gonna pop in, which is right here, you couldn't put 2. So I was thinking about doing 2, 1, and 2, but then I just decided I'm gonna go 3, 3, and 3. So anyways, first step I'm gonna do here is pop out all these rivets in the top of this shroud over the grill and your radiator. But yeah, there's really not much room to work with in here. So I'm gonna do that first, see what's going on, see if these things will pop in. And all you do is, there's a little, sorry, that's not, there it is. There's a little spot right there. So I personally just take a flat-headed screwdriver, and as long as you're nice and gentle with them, it will be fine. Find your little thingy. They do have tools that do this. Just give it a slight rock back and forth. Then when you get to one side, I am doing this with one hand too, by the way, but you know, you get it out of there. Just try to put all your torque toward the center of this little ring here. So try to be next to the stud as close as possible. And there's another little nip right, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little one on the bottom part too. Just gonna grab underneath it. Once you get under that, you pop it up, you pull the whole rivet out. So I'm gonna proceed to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be back after. Alright, so I got all the little plastic rivets out there. I've never done this before, so this is all just trial and error. I didn't actually even watch a video because I literally couldn't find a video on how to wire up some LED lights. That made sense to me anyways, on the 5th gens especially, because there's like nothing out yet. But so here, all the rivets are out all the way down around, and this thing was still pretty snug in there. So what I did was, you know, if there was a bolt holding it somewhere or whatever, so I just kind of bent this up, popped it out, gave it a shake, and it popped off this back part. I'm assuming it clips back here behind the A somewhere. I'm gonna go back to the other side, do the same thing, and voila, we have some rum. Yay, we have rum. Oh boy, get all that rum. I'm gonna see where these grill holes are. Ooh, that's not good. I'm gonna have to go. There's like a plate down here right behind, but it breaks free right there where you can see the light. So if I can get my fingers in there somewhere. Yeah, I should be able to do it. So cool, yeah. Well, there's room to work at least a little bit, and I still haven't figured out how I'm gonna wire this thing up. I was trying to just have them come on when the truck was turned on, I saw somebody had made or wrote in a forum with a description picture that if you wired onto this free stud here, it's actually connected to this one, but that's exactly what would happen when you turn your truck on. The lights will come on with the truck. So I tried that just with some clamps, negative and positive, and I hooked the positive up to the light, and then I grounded the light, and it just came on even when my truck was locked, keys weren't near it. I tried everything, so that's not gonna work. So what I'm gonna try to do is I've bought this little, it's a fuse power adapter. So I'm gonna look at my fuse panel and see if I can't find an empty fuse spot, and then I'm gonna try that to see if I can get power when I turn the truck on only, because I just don't want the lights to sit on 24/7. Obviously it'll drain the battery, so we're gonna see what we can do there. If not, I'm gonna have to, I bought a switch, a 3-prong switch, rocker switch they call them. I'm gonna have to run that into the cab, push one wire through the firewall that I believe, I'd have to look at the diagram again, but I'm pretty sure that wire from the firewall hooks to the battery positive, and then you ground it on the inside of the vehicle. Oh wait, no, it runs to, yeah, I'd have to check the diagram again, but pretty much you have 2 grounds, one on the inside of the engine bay, one on the inside of the cab, and then you have your accessory wire that runs up to the light, and then from your last light it'll run back to the battery, and that's how you get your power. So it's all trial and error, like I said, guys. I'm just kind of winging it here. Like I said, I daisy chained these together last night, so I'm hoping in sense that this will be my far left one looking at the front of the truck. So I will run it up to, I know the wires are weird, and for some reason, if you guys find these lights on Amazon or whatever, I do not know why, but it even said it on the site, and I was like, okay, that must be a misprint. But the black is the positive and the white is the negative. Whatever reason, I don't know. But so what I did is I just ran, I'm gonna run these ones to this, and then vice versa. Clamp another one in there, run it to these ones, and before I clamp down my positive on this, oh, and in fact my negative, I am going to run them up to the battery into a ground, and then yeah, or whatever. I'm gonna have to look at the diagram again. It's right here, but so you guys get an idea. Maybe you can, as this thing focuses, come on, you $1,000 phone, you think it would focus, right? There we go. Alright. Yeah, so, and this kit came with a fuse. So from the switch, you go to the battery. And then from your last positive, closest to where you're going to run the wires through, obviously, so it would be all the way to the right, you run from that positive up to the second slot in the switch. And then the third slot, or vice versa, 1, 2, and 3, would be the black negative that you ground inside the cab. And another cool thing is this came with a positive with a fuse on it already. I don't know what I did with it or where it went. That's not cool, but I'll find it either way. But yeah, as you can see in the picture right about there. So it'll run from the auxiliary switch up to the battery, and you will have a fuse in there, which is cool. If something does pop, oh, here it is, right here, has the fuse in there. So that's cool. So I bought some black wire and I had some red wire, so I am going to switch this over after the first link. You can considering that's all I had last night while I was sitting here after work just doing it. But I'm going to switch it over to black and red. Black, negative, red, positive, which is always the way it's always been. So I don't know where the lights came from, but figure it out. So my next step is to see if I can find a fuse spot with this little fuse connector that I got, and see, I'm just gonna wire up one light that I have here and just see if that's gonna turn on with the truck off, which I do not want. If not, my only option is to route it through this, as far as I can tell. People were talking about on the forum splicing into your headlights so it would come on with your headlights down there, but I mean, geez, I'd have to rip this whole thing apart to get it out and then figure out which wires. There's not just a little turn thing like you see in most vehicles. I believe there is, but it's under there. There may be. I probably could do it, but it doesn't look like there's much slack. Could pop the air box off. That probably wouldn't be too hard. But yeah, I'm gonna play around for a minute and I'll keep you guys updated. I appreciate you guys checking me out. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe, hit that like button. It's your boy Cluss Customs. Keep it real. All right, as you all can see, it's dark now. So yeah, that was pretty cool. It was a lot more work than I expected, but me and my old lady with her little hands got it done. Yay for little hands. And yeah, so obviously I got to put the grill cover back on top, the shroud, and they have some little rubber gaskets